Okay, let me close this one. Let's close this one. And the things that we are going to do today, let me open my notepad, is first that we will look into append and expand functions. Okay. Second, we will look into the star schema. Okay, these two things we will look into today. So to getting into these topics or to get into these functions of Power BI, we need to get into Power Query Editor also. Okay, so let's see what are these two things and what is Power Query Editor, right? So for that one, we need to get into the data first. So just import two files. First is your, you can say, let's take me from the desktop. I don't have one desktop. Let's take one file from here, that is sample superstore. Okay, that is the CSV file that we have with us, right? Let's load it. Okay, and one file today we will get from the OData feed. Okay, so one more data source we will connect. Right now, I am facing some issue with my SQL, so that's why I am not going to connect SQL with it. As I told you last time that we will connect with SQL. So I am facing some issue with my SQL. So I will reinstall it and resolve my issue with the server. Then we will connect with that one. Okay. So the next thing, we will take it from the OData feed. Okay. So if we will take the data from OData feed, we will have a multiple files on which we can work on. Okay. So I will share the OData feed. I will share the link also that you need to use with that one. Okay. The final link I will share with you that we need to use in our Power BI. So the data is publicly accessible. That is not some data we need. Let me share this one to you also. Let me import. Meanwhile, we will go through it. I will share it into the chat box also. Okay. So this particular open source data having multiple files within it. Okay. So you can look into it here also that what is the basic data available in it and what type of things you need to work with it. So here basically we will get the products table, the order, okay, customer, category, suppliers. Okay, so let's see in Power BI order, don't orders. Okay, so what are those files? First is your product. Okay, so here we have the products table. Let's see, look into it, that all the things are available in it. Yes. Suppliers, the record, the table. Okay, so the order details containing some files like the record, the table, the record. These are the JSON recorded files. Okay, so we need to explore it and we need to expand these files. Okay, So first the orders we collected, right? The products we collected, okay. And the second file, let's check. Do we have the multiple files? No. Okay. So the order file, right? So here we have the order file. Look into it. These data. So again, customer name, employee order details, and shippers have some record table formats. So we need to expand it. So more things, territory, category. Okay. Territory, category. These two more things we need. Okay. So the things that are connected with the product table are your category and territory only. So with orders table, multiple files are connected. So let's say the customer, the employee also, we will take customers, the employees, okay, and the category we already selected, okay, the category, right? And let's see on the top, supplier or shipper. Let's take the shippers. Okay, so where are the shippers? Here it is. So now, as we see, some table orders, these kind of things are there in these files. So we need to expand these files. So we need to understand how it looks like and how you can expand these tables. So if you will do it directly, the load function. Okay, let me show you once how it look like. Okay, and why is it required to expand these files, and where we can expand these files. Let it get loaded first. Okay, as you can see, all the files are now in our data sets. So as you know, from the second option of data view, if I will click on it, here is my categories. It's fine. With the customers, here, all the things are fine. The employees, again, you will say here the notes and report to and photo path, these are also okay. With the orders file, let's check. Again, in orders file, it is okay. The products files is also okay. The shippers, again, the data is looking fine with it. Right. So in the third part, just hold on. That's the third part. Okay. That is your model view. Okay. Here you can see right now only one thing is there. Okay. So you can say, you can like this, you can adjust it. Okay. Now you can see the complete files. First of all, let's minimize it and say the whole screen like this. We can adjust from here. So let's adjust it so that it will be looking fine. These two tables are same. Here, one table, second one, let's be here. The first table be here, and the next file will be here. Then make it again fit to page. Okay. So still it is not so much visible. Let's put it over here. Like here, as big as your screen is, it will be more easy to adjust these charts, right? So let me zoom it so it will be more easy to visible, right? Like this one. So here you can see the orders table have the connections by default, having some connections with customers, with employees, with shippers, category, products, and Campus Superstore doesn't have any relation. Okay, so what are these things? As you can see, there is a star here on every connection. So what is star schema? We will look into it later on. But first of all, let's get into the Power Query and see what it is, because star schema is also related to that one. Okay, so there are two ways to get into the Power Query. Okay, like you can right click on any tool, any table, and say edit query. Okay, or you can get into the modeling, and from here you can say to get into what's there. Okay, or by insert tab, let's just hold on the view, optimize, the help one, you can do that one also. So you can say transform the data, or you can right click on it and say edit query, right? So I will go with the transform data. I will click on the transform data, and as you can see on the top, Power Query Editor, right? It is opened here, right? So this table is your sample superstore. Second one is your products. Okay, so this preview is 128 years, 128 days old. So just refresh it. Now here, if we will look, there is category, order details, and suppliers in product table. Okay, let's check it into our here. That is our products table. Do we have the category, order details, and suppliers? Products table in data view. So products table, we don't have those things right here, right? So we need to expand these functions. Okay, so how you need to expand it? See, on the top, this is a Power Query editor where you can edit, transform, and do more functions into it, just like Excel, that you can do multiple tasks with this one. Okay, so as a record, table, and record, these kind of things are there. You need to expand it to display the particular data. So here is the option. Just after the category, you have double way, or you can say two-way button here. When you will click on it, you will find what are the things inside it, right? So just say these are the category ID, category name, description, picture, products. So just do this one, and you will find that category ID, category name, description, all these things are now available. So products, different details of product name, and all these things are there. Now you have the category ID also. Here you don't have category IDs. Here you have category ID. So you can skip that one. 1122 to 1122. Category name, you have the beverages. Before you don't have any name of the category, right? Description, you have pictures, you have in binary, right? So if you have the value into binary, again you can convert it, right? So combined files, say it is not recognized because it is in binary format. Pictures we don't need. So the products, let's see, these are the different product details also, right? So use the original name, that is product.product ID, product.product name, product.supplier ID, category ID. You can use like that. So we are just expanding the products table, right? Like this one. Again, you have the product IDs and product name, supplier ID, category ID, quantity per unit, and all these things are, I think, already available here. Yes, these are the same things that we have. Okay, So that's why we don't require that thing, right? So again, we have all these things. Okay. So what we need to do, see, we done a wrong thing. Okay. So there is no option for undo, but there is an option to cancel the previous function, that is here in applied steps. Okay. So in applied steps, you have seen you expanded category. Now you expanded the products. Just cancel it out. Now the products is not expanded. What I will do, I will select this one, right click on it and say just remove. Okay. With the pictures also, I don't need it. So I will remove it also. Okay. Now I have two more columns, that is orders details. Let's see what is inside it. So I think these are the same things that we have. Let's see. Orders details we have, right? So with the order details, category, product name. Okay, we don't have that one, the product name. Okay, again, the orders we have. Oh, there are a lot of informations available here, right? So let me do one thing. We need to go back. Do not expand it, remove the columns, do not expand this one also. Okay. So here we have a data, that is suppliers, orders, and the categories. Okay. These are the values that are already available in orders table, like here. Order, customer ID, employee ID, order date, all these things are available with us with here also, right? So here we have the customers, the employees table also, right? Order details and the shippers. So all these values are already combined. So we have separate tables with us. So just leave it. Okay. So this is how you identify what are the values you have and how you need to manipulate it, how you need to transform it. Okay. So here, what is my purpose to do all these things? That need to tell you that you can do anything with your table in Power Query Editor, which is not possible in your, I can say, in your basic Power BI desktop. Okay, so it will be open by default, right? Now, let's take the sample superstore. Okay, and let's make a duplicate of it. Okay, make a duplicate of sample superstore. Now I need to do one thing, that order IDs. Why these details are repeated in all the tables? It is because of joins or those fields are available in those tables. No, Meher, those are not available in that. This is due to these combinations. Let me show you here. These are all having these connections, right? So if it is already connected in orders table, all these are connected, right? The products table have the connection with the categories only. Okay, in orders table, you will find additional table with the name shippers, customers, and the employees. That's what I am exploring to you, that how these things are connected. So never get confused if these by default functions are there with these things. Okay.
Sir, whenever we connect the tables, the table which has been connected, it will be shown as those in green color. Is it the fields?
Right. See, let me delete this one. Let me delete these connections from here. Okay, we will create it again. Okay, so now we don't have any connection, right? Now let's get back over here, okay, and refresh the preview. Okay, so now let's check the product table. Do we have those files with us? Here it is already connected, so just close this one once. Do you want to apply the changes? No, I don't want to apply the changes. Now let's get back to the transform data. Right, so in products table you see all these parameters here. So category, order details, and supplies. So these are by default connected, okay, from the source from where we downloaded it, okay, and it is not by default during these connections, okay. So it is by default from the website that you have, right? So you need to understand. So you need to understand that what is your basically your data, okay. So the record, the table, these are the different categories by which it is connected. Look, all these data are already available, and if you want that all the data will be in my single table, then you can expand them. Otherwise, all the different uh, things or different informations are already available in orders, customers, employees, these files, right? That's why I'm
Yeah.
not changing that thing.
Sir, no, the only reason why I asked, because if the number of records are more, and if the data is coming in these tables as well, and if we import the other tables where the actual data is, then it will
Right.
affect the performance of the model, right? That's why I was asking.
No, it will not affect it. If you have a proper connections and if you will create a proper star schema, that is the relationships, okay. So at that time you don't need to worry about your analysis. It will be connected, right? So that will work.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, yes, definitely, Rohit. We can check for null and missing values. I am coming on the same thing. Okay, so here I created a duplicate table of sample superstore. What I will do here, I will get into here, just hide it, and from here, let's see, get into the view option. Okay, on the top, click on view. So column distribution. First of all, we will look into here. So 1000, 10,000, all the unique values are there. Okay, so 479 distinct values and 226 unique values. 1000 rows only it is displaying. That's why. In shift mode, you have 4 distinct values. Okay, so like this, you have the thing. So what I will do, I will select only shipping mode. I will remove all the other columns into it. So customer ID, again 362 distinct values. So not the customer name, not the segment, not the country, not the city. Okay. So not postal code, not the state. Reason, let it be over here. Okay. Remove. Category be there, subcategory I will remove. Okay. The sales I will keep, and remaining things I will remove. Right now, let's see how many duplicate values are available in our data. Okay, so one more thing, that is column profile. If I will select the column profile option and I will select this one, below you can see all the details regarding it. Okay, what is the total count of standard class, second class, first class, same class. For the reasons, same thing you can find. For the categories, you can find the sales. It will show you like this. Okay, so this is regarding the column preview. To observe your data, these things are available. Column quality, error are 0, empty files are 0, right? So validity, 100% valid data is available. So like this, it will be shown. Monospaced, the just the design of these are changed. Okay. Now what we need to do, we will get into the transform option. Okay. So what you can do, you can make it pivot columns of it. Okay. So that you can say just have not the category, just these two, not this one. Take the sales also, shipping mode and the sales. If I will click pivot column, you can say according to the sales, right? I need the column to be created. So this one, you can see it is converted, right? So according to the reasons, or you can say according to the categories also, these different data sets are now available. The second class, standard class, first class, same day. These are the total sales. Okay. So your particular categories, or you can say the classes, are now pivoted here. So here you have a different calculations that are available with you. Okay. If you don't want to be pivot, say, so these are the attributes. So I don't select it. So I just cancel it. Right. Now, one more thing I need to do, that I will select this column and right click on it, say remove the duplicate value. Okay. I will find if there are any duplicate values. So it will remove all the duplicate values also. Okay. You want to replace some values, a particular values, you can say find this value and replace with it, right? And you can merge two columns also. Okay. A particular formatting, lowercase, uppercase, caption each word, trim this file, clean this particular value, you can also do with this one, right? And here you can see all these files that are available into it, right? Just like Excel, right? So here you can change the data type also. You have data types also into it, right? So you can convert the different data types, and like by default, maybe uh, the data types are wrong. You can convert these data types into different formats, right? What is there? Do we consider duplicate based upon one column or multiple? For multiple, always go with the multiple columns. So if the duplicates, what is basically the duplicates? If I will consider only one column like ship mode, I will say remove the duplicates. See, it is just giving me the four things. It is giving me just the four things that are unique. So that's why I gone with the whole column. Duplicate, it means if all the entries are same. If these all entries are same, then only that is said to be the duplicate. Okay. So that's the thing. Now here, if you want a uniqueness into the data, what you need to do, first of all, you have particular unique values into it. Okay. So you can say, where it is gone, the transform, power, round off, these things are there. So you can say, you can pivot it, you can unpivot it, and you can work like that also, right? So what is the basic unique things that you have? That also depends on your particular requirement. If you want a particular thing so only, like I just want a list of categories, right? Categories with subcategories. Okay, so you can have remove columns. So I just come back towards it, remove the columns. So here I have all the columns back. So what I will do, I will not select order ID, this one. Shipping mode, I will not select. I will just need two things with two names. So remove this column. So this one customer name also I don't want, not want this. I just want categories and the subcategories. Okay, categories and the subcategories, so that I can prepare a list, a unique list I can prepare out of it. Okay, remove the columns. Now here what I can do, as I know I have three distinct things, right? So here if I will remove the duplicates for just subcategory, as you can see, I only have the unique values. Here also I have the unique values, because as you know, we just have the three categories. So which subcategory is related to which category? It is very easily identified here, right? Now, one more thing, just say where it is gone, transform, just a second, pivot column, add column. So from here, what we can do, we can add a new column. Okay, a custom column I need, right? So what will be the custom column? Just say here, custom column formula, right? So I can say sum. Okay, sum of the total of O data, right? Okay, not from O data. I need from subcategory, not from the category. Available columns. Okay, we just have two columns here. That's why. So we need to have the formula for the sales also. Okay, so the sales is not here, so we can't create the formula for it. So a particular custom uh, formula or custom value can be inserted here also. Okay, so I will let you know when we will input DAX functions, that how to deal with the formulas over here. So like this, you can create a new table out of your particular table also, right? You can make the duplicate values directly here. You can make the indexing of the table also from here. Conditional columns also you can create from here, that if the column name is the category, okay, the operator you can say that will be equals to or not equals to, then output will be this one. So say if in column name is equals to, okay, or yes, equals to value, select a column, okay, select the category, okay, then the output, enter a value, let's say 100. Okay, so if I click OK, you can see the thing. So you can insert any particular things into it, right? So you can edit this particular column also from here again, right? Or you can directly remove it and add a new column into it. Okay, change the type, you can transform it again, right? So if I will use to remove it and then say conditional column, here if the column name is category, okay, the operator is equals to, okay, and the value, let's select a column. Okay, that is subcategory. Okay, then select a column again. It will be subcategory, right? So what it will be? It will be null because there is no combinations according to it. So these are the conditional formattings. We will look into the details also. We are just exploring the Power Query Editor, right? So you can extract a particular value, but a length, first character, last character, the range, this one. So if you want the last character to be here, that is count 1. Click on OK. See what is the last character? That is S S S S E S T. So like this, you can extract from it, right? So if you have a date format, you can extract the year easily from it. Okay, you can take the phrase, a particular phrase out of it, right? So this is how you have a lot of functions included in it. Now the thing is that what we want to understand is the merge and the append queries. Okay, because merge and append queries are like joins and the unions in Power BI. Okay, so let's have a look with main file over here. So append and merge. Okay, let's see the differences first. Merge queries as new. Okay, when I will click on it, it will open a new file for me. Okay, so I will select this one, sample superstore 2 data. Okay, in the bottom, you can see the join types: left outer, right outer, full outer, inner, left empty. It means rows only in first. Okay, and right empty. It means rows only in second. So first table or second table. So like that, left empty and right empty. Okay, so let's have all from first table and matching from second table. That is your left outer. Okay, then you have to select the particular thing that is matching, because it's join. You need a particular reference table also. So let's have the category from here and second is from here. So it get matched. Okay, and I just want according to 2 tables, category and subcategory. From here also both need to be matched, right? So let's click on OK and see what are the changes you observed in this table. What happens in join? A new column will be created. Now you can see you have a sample superstore. A new column is created here, right? And in the left side, you can see there is a merge one table also created. So expand it. These 2 things will be there. Use the same for it. So the same thing is available with this, right? So you can merge the files, right? As similarly, if I will move back to the sample superstore and say the merge query, if you will say merge queries, it will be all merged together. A new column will not be created. Okay, or a new table will not be created. So it is more preferred to go with merge query as new. Okay, so new table will be generated for you. Here we can have the products table. Okay, and not products, let's take the orders table. And from here, let's take the employees table. So what is the common thing in between both the files? You have the employee ID in both the files, right? So we can see, is there anything else? No. Okay, so we can make a full outer, all rows for both. Okay, so let's click on OK. merge 2 is created, right? So in the last, new columns are also added here, right? You can expand it. The name of the customers, you can expand it like this one, right? So in the last, we have the employees table also. So employee and the employee, these two things are there. This table we added here, okay? So all the values are also added. So like this, you can make joins into Power BI, right? And for joins, you need to go into the detail. You need to explore it on either on W3 School. You can explore with the SQL joins, and if you wish, I can revise it, but in the next section. Okay. So if you need the revision of joins, that how joins works, let me know. I will explain it again. Okay. So if you will get into the merge queries, okay, it will work as a joins in Power BI. Okay. But what is append? As you know, that when you are implementing the joins, number of columns are increased. Okay. When you go with the append functions, at that time, number of rows are increased. Okay. That is union and union all, as you heard. So let's get into the append function and let's see what will happen. First table, sample superstore. Second table, let's take sample superstore 2. Okay. And click on OK. As you can see, append 1 is there, right? And in the last, these values are also added, right? So it is not displayed here, but it will be over there in the last. Okay. So number of rows will be increased. Okay. Right now it is not displayed because on up to 1000 it is over there. It contains more than that, right? With the products table, in products table you have this 77. Okay, just do it with this one. So append query as new. With the products table, let's take the orders. Click on OK. Now you can see instead of 77, you are getting 78 functions within it. So you have a lot of null values, Why is it so? Because you have new values within it, like this one. In both of these columns, very few common things are there, right? So in products and in orders table, you can see only the order ID, customer ID, employee ID, order date, these kind of things, right? The initial tables are not available, like product name, supplier IDs. So these values are added only with these ones. Okay. So now instead of that much of data, you have more than 700, 800 or 1000 files that are created as a union function. Okay. So by merge and append function, you can add columns and rows from the other tables. Okay. In merge, as you see, you can use the different join functions with it, right? As soon as you complete it, you have to close and apply. Once you will click on close and apply, it will start loading into your data. And you can see merge 1, merge 2, append 1, append 2. These files also added within it. All right. So here you have more files with you, and see by default merge 2 and employees table are correlated like this. As you can see, by default, it is connected because it finds a uniqueness in between these two tables, right? So it's just today we can work with this one only. By tomorrow, we will look into this particular schema, star schema, and more schemas are there. Star schema, it means, let me tell you what is basically the star schema. We will work on it by tomorrow. Star schema is like, just let me zoom this one. You have the main files with you, okay? And the remaining one is said to be the dimension file. So like order file is the main file, shippers file is dimension file, customers file is dimension file, employees file is dimension file. So dimension files always connected with a single table. Okay. So how the relations are to be connected? Whenever a single main file is there or main table is there and others are only the dimensions, okay, then it is said to be your star schema, right? When you have a multiple main files, then it is not a star schema, right? So you can see that we have multiple files here, so we can get into there. Okay, so you can treat it like this. Okay, so that's it for today, and we will move on with schema and how these work. If you will connect these two files together, then how it is going to be working with it. Okay, so that's it for that's it for today, right? So that's the thing. See, by default, if you will drag and drop the categories here, it will create a relation that what type of connection you want to build into it, because it will take time. There are 4 options for the connections, so that's why we need to get into it, right? So it will be many to many. Let's see. See, it is connected now. So by tomorrow, we will see a new concept with Power BI and how to treat the appended files and the further files. Okay, merge files and the append files. So we will look into that also, at how they are helping us. Right? Anyone having any doubts?